I am the owner of Lone Moose Ski Shop here in beautiful Laramie, Wyoming. Thanks for joining in on our stream. We're live right now on Facebook. We're live on YouTube. We were going to be live on Instagram, but I left my phone at home. So we are not live on Instagram, but it's cool. Anyway, today I just want to talk about how to do like a quick 5-minute check of your skis and your snowboards and your ski and snowboard gear, just to know if you need to have any work done before you start the winter, or just to make sure that everything is good to go. Because when it snows and when the mountains open and we're all ready to go skiing and snowboarding, we want to be sure that we are like ready and not fighting in line to get our skis tuned at the last minute. So what I recommend doing is like a quick 5-minute check of your gear right about this time of year, just to see if you need any services to be performed. So I'm going to show you how to do that. I'm going to show you how to do a check of your skis, a check of your bindings, how to check your boots, and how to check your poles for both downhill and cross-country ski equipment. And we get asked a lot of questions like, why are you doing these live streams? What's so important about them? And I just want to like talk quickly about why we're doing live streams in the first place. I think it's really important that even though our shop is closed and we're getting ready for the winter, I think it's really important that you see us and know that we're still around. And second of all, like we want to be helpful all the time and make sure that we are helping you get outside and get onto the snow. And so these live streams are a way for us to just like talk to you and say hi and just touch base with you and see if you need anything until our store opens. And I think once we're open here mid-November full time, we'll keep doing live streams because it's also a fun way for us to just connect and for us to share something hopefully that's useful to you. So today we are talking about how to do like a quick 5-minute check of your skis and your boards and your poles and your boots, just to make sure everything's ready to go for the winter. Okay, we actually did this yesterday at our shop with some of our some of our rental equipment that we're like, can we fix this or should we retire this? So we were doing a bunch of pre-season checks at the shop yesterday with my ski techs. And the first thing I want to talk about is skis. So go ahead and grab your skis and we're going to look at some skis and I'm going to show you what to look for. Okay, so we're going to grab a downhill ski here. And the first thing we're going to look at is the top sheet. So that is just like this shiny painted top sheet, the laminate of the ski. And when we look at that, we are checking to make sure that we don't see any wood and that we don't have any big gouges or gashes. And this ski actually looks like it's in decent shape. The next thing we're going to do is look at the bindings and make sure that the bindings don't wiggle. And we have some wiggle here. So we're going to need to fix that. And if you have downhill skis, AT skis, you should have the bindings tested at a certified ski shop every year because things change. Your body weight might have changed, your skier type might have changed. So it's important to make sure that you have those bindings tested. Here at Lone Moose, we do binding tests for free. That's just a free service that we offer regardless of where you buy your skis. So bring your skis on down. We do have some limited hours right now, and we'll test your bindings for free. Okay, so we checked the ski. That looks good. Now we're going to flip it over. And what we're looking for here is any rust. You can see we have a little bit of some rust on the edges. We're looking for any big major gashes and scrapes. And then we're also checking the color of the base. So if it's a ski with a black base, it should be nice and black and shiny. You can see there's some white here. That's oxidation. And so we're going to make sure we get these skis in for a tune because they need to have that rust removed. And then we need to get some wax on these bases. These are sad bases because they need some wax. They're dry and they're so sad. So some wax for sure. Let me show you on some cross-country skis what we're looking for. So one thing that happens a lot with Nordic skis is some delamination, and you can see that's where the top sheet right there is peeling away from the base material and from the core material. And so if you see any delamination on your ski, try to catch it really soon and bring it in so that we can repair that delamination. If it's completely delaminated, you just need a new pair of skis. But for little stuff, we can fix that. The other thing we're looking at is any holes or gashes. We have some wood showing down here, so we're definitely going to fix that wood. And then we're looking at the base of these skis, and they're really dry. So these skis need a good wax too. Let me show you a few more things. Sometimes you might notice during the summer that your skis get bumped or wherever, like, wherever you're storing them. These are skis that, look at the binding is popping right off of these guys. So that's part of that binding check, making sure that binding is flush onto the ski. And these are really old, really sad skis right here, but you can see that wood. There's some wood showing right on the sidewall. So we would want to fix that. We don't want to get any water into the core of the ski because that's just going to rot and then weaken the ski and the ski is going to break. So that needs to be fixed. And then I don't know what it is with junior skiers, but I did the same thing. We get a lot of junior skiers, and you can see right here, who plant their poles when they're cross country skiing, like on their ski. And I think it's just a poling thing. So if you're a ski coach out there, pay attention to where your skiers are planting their poles. It's not going to be efficient if you're planting your pole like this, right? We want a nice, efficient pole stroke, and we don't want to be planting our pole on our ski. That hurts the ski and it's just wasted momentum. All right, so those are skis and bindings. Check that top sheet, check those bases, look for rust, gashes, and gouges. Check to see if the bases are dry, and then check the bindings and make sure the bindings are not wobbly, that they still fit your boot, all of those things. Okay, let's talk about boots right now. So if you're a downhill skier, all you gotta do is grab your boot, try it on, make sure that it still fits, make sure that the liner is good. There's not any weird wrinkles or anything crazy going on. Make sure all the buckles snap. Make sure it still fits. And then make sure that your soles are still in good shape and that you don't have a lot of damage. If you walk around a lot in your boots, you're going to get some damage on your soles here. So if you have some damage on your sole, we can replace these guys for you. And if you're a cross-country skier, that's really important too. So the first thing to check would be any Velcro on your boot. So just give that Velcro give it a good tug, make sure it's going to stay nice and snug. The next thing to check would be any zippers. Yeah, any laces. Do you need to replace any laces? We have found that the zippers on our rental Fisher boots are not as high quality as the zippers on our Rossignol rental boots. It's why we're stoked to be a Rossi shop, because they make much better zippers. They put much better zippers into their boots. So if you have a Fisher boot, especially like a Fisher skate boot or combi boot, make sure you're checking that zipper. That's the number one thing that we see malfunction. And when that zipper breaks, you can't do anything except throw the boot away, unfortunately. Okay, so check that zipper, check that Velcro, make sure the boot still fits your foot, still feels good. It's not too packed out. And then if you look right here, you can see that these boots have been walked in a lot. And you can see that it's the plastic on the toe there is starting to wear down to that metal piece that latches into your binding. And so prevent that by not walking in your boots, of course. But if you notice that your boots are starting to wear down like that, once again, there's nothing we can do to fix it. And eventually your boot is going to be really loose in your binding. And it's hard to ski with really good technique and to be really, really efficient if you don't have that binding or that boot tight in your binding. So prevent that. This is an example of a good boot. So you can see this has been used a couple years, but very minimal damage, very minimal walking there. So try not to walk in your boots if you can avoid it. So that is how you to check your downhill boots and your Nordic boots. The next thing we're going to talk about really quickly is poles. So when you're looking at a downhill pole, of course, you want to make sure that the strap is still good, still functioning. Make sure that that handle is glued on there well, and then check that basket and it's good to go. Oh, nope, it's not. This one wiggles. So we're gonna glue that down. You don't want a lot of wiggle. Wiggle is bad. Okay. And with the Nordic pole, these are Rundle poles. We sell these, we rent these. They're one of our favorite companies out of Canada, just a small business. Their poles are so light and so strong. I'm a huge fan. So if you're interested in Rundle poles, come and talk to us. So you want to check, make sure that handle, glued on tightly. Check the strap here. Make sure that it's going to fit when you're wearing your glove. Check to make sure that your hand's not going to come out. And then the other thing you want to check is that basket right there. That basket is good to go, and the tip. Sometimes if you buy used poles, you'll notice that the tips have been put on backwards. So with a cross-country pole, you want see that pointy end of your tip. That is going to be facing forward so you can grip into the snow. So if you're not getting a lot of grip into the snow with your cross-country ski pole, bring it on into us. Chances are it's just been put on improperly, and we just have to flip that tip around. Kind of a little ski shop pro tip right there. Tip. So anyway, that is how to check your skis. That's how to check your boots. That's how to check your poles. Really, it just takes like 5 minutes to just pull out your gear, give it all a good look, and make a note of anything that needs to be fixed or replaced. And then give us a call, 307-703-0358. And we're happy to fix or replace anything that you need, because our whole purpose for existing, the whole reason that we're here, is to help you get outside and on the mountain and on your skis, because we're passionate about skiing and we love to ski. We love to ski with you, and we love to see you out on the ski trails. So if you have any questions, head on over to our website, lonemoveskishop.com. If you need some tech work done, go ahead and give us a call or shoot us a text, and we'll meet you down at the shop, and we'll get your gear all ready to go for next winter. Hey, that's all we have for today. If you have any questions, or if there's a topic that you want to learn about as far as maintaining your skis, buying skis, whatever, go ahead, let us know. We're happy to. We want to make sure that we are serving you with these weekly live streams. So, hey, thanks so much. I appreciate you, and I will see you outside or at our shop.